Welcome to another live stream on YouTube Sports Bonanza. John on Twitch tonight. Return to Twitch tonight. Sport Guru John. Ready for the final game of the day on the U.S. side in the Little League World Series. First time we see Pennsylvania out of Westchester as they go up against New Jersey, who won it in the bottom of the sixth inning the other day with a home run. Seeing them for the second time. Talk about this game in a moment. First of all, let us pray. Lord Jesus, thank you for this day. Thank you for continuing to do your will among us and look over us, Lord. Please look over these kids. Please keep these kids and fans safe tonight. Please keep everyone safe, umpires, coaches, and continue to do your will among us and look over us, Lord, as I ask and pray this in your name. Amen. All right, Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Pennsylvania got the opening round bye. So this is the first time we've seen them out of Westchester, Pennsylvania. New Jersey winning it with a home run the other night in the bottom of the sixth inning. That home run gave New Jersey the win and send New Jersey into the winner's bracket. So New Jersey looking to go to 2-0. Pennsylvania looking to win their opening game of the tournament. Earlier today in the Little League World Series, it started bright and early, 9 a.m. because of the rainouts yesterday. Nevada picked up a 6-5 win over Ohio. Mexico cruised to a win over Australia in the international side, 7-1. Iowa picked up a 1-0 win over California, and two Iowa pitchers combined on a combined no-hitter in that game as they combined to no-hit California in that game. Likewise for Curacao, a no-hitter for Curacao as they shut out Japan 6-0. In games that just finished a little bit ago, Nicaragua picked up a 6-4 win over Panama, and Washington a hard-fought 4-3 win over Texas. So that brings us to this one here, Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Pennsylvania out of Westchester and New Jersey out of Bayonne. New Jersey, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce that. Should be a good one here. All the U.S. games have been very, very competitive so far in what is day 2 here of the Little League World Series. We will eliminate our first 4 teams tomorrow, as our first 4 elimination games are tomorrow. We've got one still to come. Winner of this game will play mid-afternoon on Sunday against Iowa. Yeah, the team that had the combined no-hitter today. Loser will not play until Monday, but they will fall into an elimination game. Loser of this game will play Monday against tomorrow's winner between California and Alabama. Also, one international game taking place at the same time over at Volunteer Stadium across the lot there. It is South Korea and Czechia in that one. This is Czechia's opener. Czechia on the international side got the opening round bye. South Korea picked up a win in their opener on Wednesday. Korea shut out Canada in that game 7-0 on Wednesday to get to that game today against Czechia. Do want to point out before I go any further, it usually does come up, so I do like to try to point it out early. copyright restrictions, everything that is out there. I cannot do the video of this game. I will try to paint the best picture possible that I can, but unfortunately, I will not be able to do the video due to all the copyright and all that stuff. So it is just going to be the commentary by me for this game between Pennsylvania and New Jersey. I know there's other YouTubers out there that do it, but they are getting very, very strict on sports content. So because of that, I'm not going to be able to show the video. This is the one event I would love nothing more than to show video for. But there's too many copyright, and they're quick to buzz that stuff. And apparently, from my understanding, they've also been buzzing hard those music reaction videos and the sports reaction videos that are out there too. So that's why I'm not going to be able to do video tonight, but it's still going to be a fun one here. Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Westchester, Pennsylvania, 164 miles from Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Bayonne, New Jersey, 186 miles. So if I'm not mistaken, they are the two closest teams to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, this year's Little League World Series. 4 games tomorrow at all elimination games. 4 games coming up on Sunday. Sunday's games will start at 9 a.m. because they want to get done quickly on Sunday, because Sunday night over at the minor league ballpark in Williamsport is the annual MLB Little League Classic, and this is a big one this year. In the Little League Classic, Braves and Brewers, 2 first-place teams in their respective divisions, taking place in that MLB Little League Classic on Sunday. I plan on being on the live stream for that Braves-Brewers Little League Classic game on Sunday night, 7 o'clock Eastern Time for that one. The Braves and the Brewers very well could face off again in the National League playoffs coming up when baseball hits the playoffs, which is about, about 5 weeks left in the regular season, don't we, in Major League Baseball. Braves and Brewers played the first game of that series this afternoon, American Family Field in Milwaukee. Brewers came out with a 2-1 win over the Braves. Brewers leading the National League Central, Braves leading the National League East. So that game will be coming up on Sunday. As I said, I plan on being on the live stream for that Little League Classic on Sunday night. But here we go. It's going to be Pennsylvania and New Jersey here. I will also, as this game goes on, keep you updated on that international game between Czechia and South Korea over there at Volunteer Stadium. Little League, in case you're not super familiar with the rules of Little League, every player on the roster bats in a continuous batting order. Whether you have 11 players, 12 players, 13 players, whatever you have on your roster, everybody will bat in a continuous batting order. Obviously, that means you will have some players in the batting order that do not play in the field. That's a rule that changed over the last few years. Up until a few years ago, there was a rule you had to bat plus play defensively in the field. That is no longer the case with this continuous batting order. A big crowd on hand once again, as is normally the case. They are packed out on the hilltop in center field. The 2 closest teams to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, Westchester, Pennsylvania, and Bayonne, New Jersey. They both played their regional in Bristol, Connecticut. Both these regions, the Mid-Atlantic and the Metro, were held there in Bristol, Connecticut, so both teams saw each other there. So here we go as they are introducing the team from Pennsylvania right now. Pennsylvania, the visiting team on the scoreboard in this game. Six innings, the scheduled distance in Little League Baseball. Busy day in Williamsport, Pennsylvania with the rain out yesterday. Started bright and early at 9 o'clock this morning. But nice sun-drenched day all afternoon and evening here in this one. $12-player roster on this for this Pennsylvania team, so the 12 players will bat in continuous batting order. So here we go. Ryan Donnelly, the shortstop for Pennsylvania, leads things off tonight. And first pitch underway is into right field for a base hit on the first pitch of the game. Donnelly with a single to right, and that's how this one will begin. Good start for Pennsylvania. Now, in Little League, you can steal, but you have to wait until the pitch is released before you can take off. And a swing and a miss here for strike one. Oh, 1 pitch lifted right side and foul. Quickly, 0-2 is the count. Oh, 2 pitch is a little high. 1-2 the count. Number 2 hitter in this Pennsylvania lineup, Darren Molyneux. And that pitch misses. 2-2. Two-two pitch, that's hit foul. Count remains 2-2. Another 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Molyneux strikes out. One down here in the top of the first. Good hack at that one, just unable to catch up to it. And ball one here. The number 3 hitter, pitcher against pitcher here, Cole Warner. One-zero pitch, that is off the plate. But it's called a strike, 1-1. One pitch on the way to Warner. That's a little low, 2-1. Two-one pitch. That's out. That's off the outside corner, says the home plate umpire. 2-2. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. Here in the top of the first inning after the leadoff single. It's 2 down here in the top of the first and ball one. Number 4 hitter in the Pennsylvania lineup, Dylan DeJulio. 1-0 is outside. It's 2-0. Ripped to left and foul. 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Misses for ball 3. It's now 3-1. Here's a 3-1. That hits the outside corner to fill the count, 3-2. Payoff 3-2 pitch on the way is popped up. And the catch made by the second baseman to end the inning. Leadoff single, but back-to-back strikeouts and a pop-out after that. Ends the top of the first for Pennsylvania. New Jersey coming up in the bottom of the first. So we will see the New Jersey offense for the first time in this game coming up here in the bottom of the first inning. They are underway in that international game over at Volunteer Stadium between South Korea and Czechia. I still have to catch myself there. I keep wanting to call them the Czech Republic. It's Czechia now. So Bayonne, New Jersey, coming up to bat on offense for the first time here in the bottom of the first. Both these cities less than 200 miles from Williamsport, so obviously they both have pretty big crowd support in the stands. As reading the lineup for the New Jersey team. Of course, winning it in the bottom of the sixth inning on Wednesday on a Mason Rincon home run. That defeated Massachusetts. To be Gabe Garcia Jr. to lead it off here in the bottom of the first for New Jersey. Starting pitcher on the mound tonight for Pennsylvania is Cole Warner. 17 strikeouts in 2 games in the Mid-Atlantic Regional. He'll face Gabe Garcia Jr. to lead it off there in the bottom of the first, and a swing and a miss for strike 1. A 1 pitch is hit foul, first base side, and the count goes to 0-2. Pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner, and Garcia goes down looking for the first out in the bottom of the first. So one down here in the bottom of the first inning for New Jersey. And the pitch misses a little too far outside for ball one. 1-0 pitch. That's a strike. That'll even the count 1-1. Second baseman Owen Felice is the batter. One pitch on the way is hit foul, and the count moves to 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Went after a high one. Back-to-back strikeouts. Here in the bottom of the first inning for Cole Warner. And here comes the hero from Wednesday for New Jersey, Mason Rincon. Pitch to Rincon. Strike one on the outside corner. 0-1 pitch. Hit foul off Rincon's foot, and it's 0-2. Strike two pitch on the way from Warner to Rincon. That is called strike three. Cole Warner strikes out the side in the first. We've played an inning, no score, Pennsylvania and New Jersey. So both pitchers with strong first innings. As we head now to the second. 4 elimination games tomorrow. Have our first 4 teams eliminated from the World Series. Tomorrow gets underway at 1 Eastern with an elimination game on the international side between Canada and Australia. That'll be followed at 3 Eastern by our first elimination game on the U.S. side, Massachusetts and Ohio. 5 o'clock Eastern, we go back to the international bracket. Elimination game between the Dominican Republic and Japan. Boy, it looks so weird to see Japan in an elimination game this early. And it wraps up at 7 o'clock Eastern with an elimination game on the U.S. side between Alabama and California. Winner of that Alabama-California game will play the loser of this game on Monday. So that is the schedule for tomorrow in Williamsport. As we will be down to 16 teams after tomorrow. So on we go here to inning number 2. First pitch, top two, is into left field, and it is going to be caught by the shortstop, Gabe Garcia. One pitch, one out here in the top of the second. So a quick start here in the top of the second inning. And strike one. Number 6 hitter in the Pennsylvania lineup, Paul, I hope I get this pronunciation right. Cowperthwaite. I hope that's right. 1-1 pitch is low, 2-1. Two-one pitch, that's a strike. That'll even the count 2-2. 2-2 pitch on the way, hands hit foul right side. Count stays 2-2. Two-two pitch outside. That'll fill the count 3-2. Payoff pitch. That is a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Two down here in the top of the second. I keep on this Game Changer app that I use to keep track of the live line score. When I do Major League Baseball streams, it updates automatically. I keep forgetting to go on and refresh this because this one it doesn't refresh automatically. Jack Cassidy, the batter, and hits now even 1-1. One pitch is low, 2-1. Cassidy, the number 7 hitter in this continuous batting order for Pennsylvania. 2-1 pitch is into right center field, and it is going to be caught out there. And a 1-2-3, top of the second. Bottom two coming up, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, no score. Looks like we might be in for a pretty good pitcher's duel if this first inning and a half are any indication. Runs very well, may be at a premium in this one. So bottom two we go. Cole Warner back to work on the mound. He struck out the side in the bottom of the first. Again, the winner of this game will play 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon against Iowa. If you do lose, you get 2 days off, but then you're faced with an elimination game on Monday night. So on we go here to the bottom of the second inning. So here we go. First pitch, bottom 2 from Cole Warner is a ball. This is Jet Bridges, the New Jersey catcher. 1-0 pitch inside. It's 2-0. Two and 0 the count on Bridges to lead off the bottom of the second. The 2-0 pitch from Cole Warner. That misses. It's 3-0. Pitch. That's upstairs. That's a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the second inning to Bridges. So a good start for New Jersey here in the bottom of the second inning. $85 pitch limit in Little League for pitchers. And this will be ball 1. So the first 5 pitches of the inning out of the strike zone from Cole Warner. One-0 pitch. That is hit deep into left center. Well, not deep, rather, into left center. It's caught for the first out. Ryan Donnelly with the catch. And there's one down. So now a runner at first and 1 out. First out recorded that was not via the strikeout for Cole Warner. And this first pitch is fouled away for strike 1. Number 6 hitter A.J. Tapia, third baseman for New Jersey. Oh, 1 pitch. That's upstairs, evens the count 1-1. One pitch. That's caught the outside corner, 1-2. One and two the count on Tapia. One-two pitch. That is hit foul, third base side. Count remains 1-2. Another 1-2 pitch on the way from Warner. On the ground, foul, first base side. Good battle here between Warner and Tapia. Here comes another 1-2 pitch. Two and two, I think. Warner thought he had the strikeout there. I think the catcher did too. But it was called a ball. 2-2 pitch. That is upstairs, and the count runs full, 3-2. 3-2 payoff pitch. In the air to left and on the run. That's a fair ball. That's going to roll into the corner. Rounding third and now slipping as he rounds third base is Bridges, so he'll have to hold at third as he gets back. It's a double for Tapia. Bridges was going to come home there, but he slipped as he was rounding third base, and as a result of that slip, he had to retreat. So second and third with one out. So a good scoring chance here for New Jersey to get on the board first. Inside for ball one. It's the number 7 hitter in the lineup, Connor Oliva. One-0 pitch. That misses outside. It's 2-0. Two-0 pitch. Hit foul, and the count goes to 2-1 on Oliva. Two-one pitch on the way to Oliva. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Two-two pitch. That's up and in, gets away from the catcher, but not far enough for the runner from third to try to score. And that will fill the count. 3-2. The 3-2 payoff pitch, foul back. Count remains 3-2. Warner delivers another 3-2 pitch. That's ball 4. That'll get away from the catcher. And scoring the first run is Jet Bridges. 1-0 New Jersey. So New Jersey strikes first. It's 1-0. Robert Hennessy, the manager of this Pennsylvania team, going out to have a word. New Jersey's dented the scoreboard first in this one. It's still runners at second and third. As after that walk, Oliva took second base on the throw home. Pitch is fouled back here for strike one. Number 8 hitter Joey Dwyer, the right fielder. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Pitch to Dwyer. Off the end of the bat into left center. That's going to drop. Tapia will score. And it's 2-0. And it's still runners at second and third for New Jersey. As on the throw home, Joey Dwyer took second base. Connor Oliva held at third. First pitch here to the number 9 hitter is fouled back for strike 1. So here's the 0-1 pitch. That is ripped foul, right field side. It's 0-2. So after striking out the side in the first inning, Cole Warner ran into problems here in the second. Time called prior to the 0-2 pitch. Pitch, that's what do they call there? Guess that hit the end of the bat in fair territory, and the catcher tags out the batter. The runners will have to hold at second and third. So 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning. And now showing bunt, but bunts it too hard as it's bunted right back to the pitcher. And the throw to first to retire the side. But New Jersey picks up 2 on 2 hits. They strand runners at second and third. On we go to the third. 2-0 New Jersey. So now Pennsylvania out of Westchester will have to come from behind in this one. Update on that international game between South Korea and Czechia. That game is scoreless, bottom of the second inning. If that game at the end, when this game ends, if that international game is still going on, we'll go and do the finish of that one. So here in the third inning, Pennsylvania coming up now down by 2 runs. Thanks to that 2-run bottom of the second inning for New Jersey. A packed Lamini Stadium, both in the stands and out on the outfield hill. So here we go, top of the third inning. First pitch, top three. First of all, time called prior to the first pitch. Mike Nolan will lead it off. Number 8 hitter in this continuous batting order, and he takes strike one. Strike one pitch. That's a little off the plate, evens the count 1-1. One pitch. Off the end of the bat, hit back to the pitcher, and the quick throw to first is late. Nolan beats it out at first for an infield single. There wasn't a real big sense of urgency by any of the New Jersey players to try to go get that ball, and it ended up costing them. Pitcher eventually got there, but by the time he did and fielded the ball and throw to first, it was too late. So an infield single, and now ball one. To Colton DeGrazio, the catcher. 1-0 misses low. It's 2-0. Two-0 pitch. That misses for ball three. It's 3-0. Three-0 on the way, taking all the way, and it's a strike. 3-1 on DeGrazio. Three-one pitch. Swing and a miss. That will fill the count. 3-2. The 3-2 payoff pitch. Hit right side, foul and out of play. Count remains 3-2. And again, time called prior to this next 3-2 pitch. Another payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. DeGrazio strikes out. One down here in the third. Great job battling back on that at bat from being down 3-0 in the count. And strike one here. Well, he's working quickly on the mound. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Bounce to third. They'll throw to second. One on to first. Double play. 5-4-3. You don't see too many of those at Little League, but that was hit right to the third baseman. And was able to turn the 5-4-3 double play. Bottom of the third we go. Still 2-0 New Jersey. So a great inning-ending double play by New Jersey to get out of that inning. Still with a 2-run lead. And now New Jersey will come up to the plate to try and add to their lead. Update, I will be back on tomorrow. Here on the live stream. I'd like to do that more of the Little League World Series. It'd probably have to be either the 5 or the 7 o'clock game. And I said we'll be with you Sunday night for that MLB Little League Classic between the Braves and the Brewers. My live stream schedule coming up over the weekend. I'm back on Twitch tonight as well as on YouTube. This weekend streams will be on YouTube and we'll be back on Kick for the weekend streams. Bottom half of inning number 3, kids having a ball at the old ballpark. First pitch, bottom 3, up and in, ball 1. One 0 pitch, that's a strike. That'll even the count 1-1. One pitch. Down low, 2-1. Two-one pitch. That's a strike, 2-2. Two on the way. Bouncer back to the pitcher and the throw to first for the easy out. One down here in the bottom of the third. And now showing bunt and taking ball 1. This is the number 12 hitter, Connor Reed. One 0 pitch, that's a strike right down the middle, evens the count 1-1. 1-1 shows bunt again, but takes high, 2-1. Connor Reed ahead of the count, 2-0. Or 2-1, rather. It's a 2-1 pitch. Misses outside, 3-1. 3-1 pitch. That's a strike, and that'll fill the count, 3-2. Three-two payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Fifth strikeout for Cole Warner. First pitch here, fouled away, strike 1. Warner's 0-1 pitch. Strike 2. We're back to the top of the order here, by the way. Gabe Garcia Jr. took a called strike 3 his first time up back in the first. 0-2 on the way. Bounced right back to Warner, and he'll throw the underhand throw to first, and a 1-2-3 bottom of the third for Warner and Pennsylvania. On we go to inning number 4. It is still 2-0 New Jersey. Still scoreless in that game between South Korea and Czechia, top of the third inning. Just across the way from Lomity Stadium over at Volunteer Stadium. Again, 4 elimination games tomorrow, 2 on the international side, 2 on the United States side. Would like to be on for one of those, either the late afternoon or the evening game tomorrow night, see how it goes. In addition to that Little League Classic on Sunday evening, plan to be with you for that 2 o'clock game in the Little League World Series on Sunday afternoon. Again, I'll have to play that one by ear. So on we go to the top half of the 4th inning. Pennsylvania trying to come back in this one. Both teams have 2 hits so far. Here we go. First pitch, top of the 4th, is right down the middle for strike 1. 0-1 pitch is bounced foul, third base side. Count goes to 0-2. O2 pitch is high, 1-2. One, two is down low, 2-2. 2-2 pitch on the way is off the end of the bat, foul. Count stays 2-2. Again, 85 pitches, the limit in a Little League game. Chase Klimkowski about to throw his 48th pitch, and it is outside to fill the count. Payoff pitch is lifted to second base, and the catch made by Owen Feliz for the first out here in the top of the fourth. So one down for Pennsylvania here in the top of the fourth. And a swing and a miss for strike one. Number 12 hitter in the lineup, Patrick Corliss, second baseman, and takes outside. One pitch. Bounce to third. That takes a bad hop, and the throw to first is late. Corliss is going to beat that out. That took a little bit of a bad hop there at third. That should be an infield hit. It will be. So runner on with one out. So Corliss aboard at first base. Now we're back to the top of the order, Ryan Donnelly. He singled to lead off the game, and he takes strike one. Oh, 1 is low, 1-1. Jennifer in the live chat, yeah, with all the copyright restrictions they throw on these sports videos, I cannot put the video up. I wish I could. Believe me, that's back up the middle and through for a base hit. Donnelly's 2 for 2 with a couple singles, and it's 2 on with 1 out. Yeah, believe me, I wish I could put the video up, but they have been going after sports content hard and heavy. Darren Molyneux will be the batter. Yeah, I'll try and paint the best picture that I can. There's a swing and a miss, but it gets past the catcher, and the runners both move up 60 feet. So that will move the tying run to second base. Jennifer, thank you for tuning in. It's 0-1 to Darren Molyneux. Oh, 1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. The pitcher, Cole Warner, is on deck. O2 on the way. It just got a piece of that one to foul it off and stays 0-2. 0-2 pitch once again. That is right down the pipe for strike 3. That is a big second out. Runners still at second and third, and here comes Warner. That obviously was not the pitch Molyneux was looking for, because that was right down the middle. Pitch hits the outside corner for strike 1. Is it K Golem 79 in the live chat? Hell, hey, this is one of my favorite events of the year. I am definitely glad to do this one, as much of it as I can anyway. 0-1 is fouled away. It's 0-2. It's been a fun series so far, despite the Mother Nature interfering yesterday. 0-2 pitch on the way. That is hit to short. Nice backhanded play and the throw to first. And New Jersey gets out of the second and third one-out jam. Pennsylvania strands 2. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Still 2-0 New Jersey. Fine play by the shortstop there, Gabe Garcia. Rincon. Well, now, wait a minute here. What do we got here? Pennsylvania looks like they're challenging something because the umpires are going over to the headsets. If they're challenging that play at first base, that runner was out by a step and a half. I mean, it's not even close. They are challenging that call at first base, but that wasn't even close. Runner was out by a good step and a half. I mean, you have 2 challenges in a game, and if it was a closer play, I could maybe see it, but that was not a real close play at first base. And the call, there is the out call to confirm it. So Pennsylvania loses a challenge, so we go to the bottom of the fourth inning, 2-0. That's interesting challenge there. So Pennsylvania has 1 challenge remaining. Rincon, the New Jersey hero from Wednesday night, is due up second here in the bottom of the fourth. South Korea has scored in the third inning against Czechia, so it is 1-0 South Korea. Top of the third inning again. If this game gets over before that one concludes, I will switch over and go to the finish of that game. Owen Feliz will be the leadoff batter for New Jersey here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Owen Feliz was a strikeout victim back in the first. Worth repeating, winner of this game will play Iowa Sunday, 1 o'clock Eastern time, Iowa with a combined no-hitter today against California. Loser of this game will get the extra day off, but will have to play an elimination game on Monday against that winner tomorrow between California and Alabama. Bottom half of the fourth. Here we go. Owen Feliz will lead it off. As the sun has set beyond Lamade Stadium. Williamsport, Pennsylvania, Little League World Series for any sports fan. That has to be a go-to on your bucket list. I'm privileged and glad to say I have been there once. Quite the experience. First pitch, bottom 4 to Feliz, fouled away, strike 1. By the way, we have a new pitcher here for Pennsylvania. Ryan Donnelly takes over on the mound in relief of Cole Warner, who goes 3 innings. Oh, 1 pitch is down low. That'll even the count of ball and a strike. 1-1 pitch to Feliz. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Boy, Feliz was swinging for the fence on that swing. One-two pitch on the way. Downstairs, 2-2. Two-two pitch to Owen Feliz. That is ripped foul. Count stays 2-2. Here comes another 2-2 pitch from Donnelly. That is in the air to center field. That's going to be playable. Just in front of the warning track, the catch is made for the first out. Feliz gave that one a pretty good ride. Yes, Cagle on your bucket. Yes, definitely. You've got to make it over to Williamsport whenever you can. Now, I will say, as Rincona steps up, give yourself a little extra time because parking around there is not the greatest. Ball 1 outside. Rincon struck out his first time up to end the bottom of the first. That is lifted deep right center, and Rincon has gone deep again for the second time in the World Series. This one to right center. It's 3-0. Rincon hit the game-winning homer on Wednesday and now goes deep in the 4th inning in this one. Just over that right center field fence. That makes it 3-0 for New Jersey. And foul ball strike one to Jet Bridges, who walked and scored back in the second inning. Oh, 1 pitch. Check swing, and Bridges held up. 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, first time called. Jet Bridges, one of the things on his questionnaire, he wants to meet the NBA champion 2026 New York Knicks. Two-one pitch, that misses outside. Another check swing. First base umpire says no swing. 3-1. 3-1 pitch is popped up. Foul territory, and a diving catch. What a play there in foul territory for the second out. Wow. That's a heck of an effort. And this ball hit into left field on the first pitch, and the catch is made to end the inning. But the solo home run by Rincon extends the New Jersey lead to 3-0 as we head to the top half of the fifth inning. Pennsylvania is going to have to find some offense here. They've only got 6 outs left in this one. Try and come back from a 3-run deficit, as Little League only 6 innings, the scheduled distance. Bottom of the third in that international game between South Korea and Czechia. South Korea leading 1-0. Again, 4 elimination games on the docket tomorrow. That will trim the field from 20 teams to 16. We crown a Little League World Series champion next Sunday, a week from this Sunday. Chinese Taipei, the defending Little League champion, they didn't qualify this year. They were defeated in the Asia Pacific region by South Korea. Won the championship game last year over Summerlin South out of Las Vegas, 7-0. So on we go. Top of the fifth inning. Dylan DeJulio leads it off here in the fifth. Popped out his first time up and swings and misses for strike one. 0-1. That is drilled deep left field, and that is going to be one hop off the wall. And DeJulio will have a leadoff double to start the fifth for Pennsylvania as they're on the comeback trail. So a good start here to the bottom, or the top of the fifth inning, rather. And strike one. That's hit on the ground to third. DeJulio has to hold at second, throw to first in time for the first out. So one down here in the fifth. And a swing and a miss for strike one to, I hope I get this name right, Paul Calperthwaite. Swing and a miss on the 0-1 pitch. It's now 0-2. For obvious reasons, when I do these live streams, I have the sound down on the television so I don't hear. So I hope I got that pronunciation right. The 0-2 is fouled off. Oh, 2 pitch. That's on the ground to third once again. The throw to first in time. DeJulio going to third, and he's in there. So he takes the extra base on the ground out. He waited until the third baseman threw down to first base and then made his run to third, and he made it. So runner at third and 2 outs for Jack Cassidy. Cassidy flew out his first time up back in the second. That'll be off the catcher's glove, but didn't go far enough for DeJulio to try to score. Jed Bridges actually caught a break there, as after it hit off his glove, it hit off the front of the umpire's mask to keep the ball from bounding off very far. 1-0 pitch. That's a strike. 1-1. Shoeless floor dweller, you're out there in Japan, are you? Well, appreciate you tuning in, man. New Jersey looking pretty good right now. 1-1 is outside. 2-1. Are you stationed out there? What part of Japan are you in? Two-one pitch on the ground to short. That's off the glove, and everybody's safe, and Pennsylvania's on the board as DeJulio comes in to score. It's a 3-1 ball game. That went off the glove of the shortstop. That was going to be a tough play, even if he makes that backhanded play. That should be an infield hit. They gave him an error on that? That's a tough error. Oh, 1 pitch is high, 1-1. The count to Mike Nolan. Nolan singled back in the third. Nolan grounds it through into left center for a base hit. Into the gap. And holding at third will be Cassidy. It's a double for Nolan, and the tying run is at second base for Pennsylvania here in the fifth. Wakayama, Japan. No, just living high school teacher. Huh? Appreciate everything you do. Japan, I have never made it out there, but it is a beautiful country from what I hear, and might eventually someday make it out there. Appreciate you tuning in. God bless you out there. Meeting on the mound here as Pennsylvania is on the comeback trail here in the 5th inning. They've got the tying run now at second base, and Colton DeGrazio is the batter. Pitch, ball one. 78 pitches now, so nearing the end of the run here. 85 is the pitch limit. There's a strike. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss on the 1-1 pitch. It's now 1-2. There's 2 outs. And the 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. DeGrazio looks at that one go by him. Pennsylvania gets 1, but they strand runners at second and third. On we go to the bottom of the 5th. New Jersey leads it 3-1. Give you information about what, Arturo? I'm sorry, I'm obviously a Bayonne, New Jersey fan. Or Bayonne, New Jersey, excuse me. No, there's one thing, they're 3 outs away from heading to 2-0 in the World Series. It is a 3-1 game. Update on that international game. Still 1-0. South Korea leading Czechia. Top of the 4th inning. Again, I'll repeat, should this game get over prior to that one, which is looking pretty likely, as that one's just in the 4th inning, I will go over for the conclusion of that game after the ending of this one. AJ Tapia will lead it off for New Jersey here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, let me make sure before I say the stat. Yeah, all the games in the United States side so far have been decided by 2 runs or less. Let's see if that streak continues here. User Jersey Mike sitting in his house in Bayonne, New Jersey. Obviously rooting for the kids from Bayonne. Atlantic City, that's another place I would love to go that I've never been to either. First pitch, bottom 5, outside, ball 1 to Tapia, who doubled and scored back in the 2nd inning. 1-0, that hits the outside corner for strike one, a ball and a strike. 1-1 pitch. That hits the outside corner, 1-2. Connor Oliva and Joey Dwyer, the two hitters following Tapia here in the fifth, as Tapia sends it into left field for a base hit. Tapia 2 for 2. He's got a leadoff single here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And it will bring up Connor Oliva, who walked his first time up back in the second inning. Again, I keep forgetting to refresh this app where the line score is on this Game Changer. I have to do it manually on here. When I do Major League Baseball streams, they update automatically. This one doesn't, and I never remember to refresh it. Bunt attempt there and a miss for strike one. Debbie Hicks down in Arkansas. 0-1, a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Debbie down there in Arkansas, I'm assuming you're a Razorbacks fan. How are they looking for football this year? There's a swing and a miss for strike three. And the batter will be Joey Dwyer. Dwyer an RBI single back in the second and takes ball one. One 0 pitch. That's outside. 2-0. That's lined up the middle for a base hit. The throw to second, and they almost got the runner at second base. But it's a single. Second single of the game for Dwyer. Debbie, I take it you're not holding a whole lot of hope for the Razorbacks football team this year. Hey, never know. I mean, Vanderbilt last year, nobody thought they were going to do much of anything either, like usual, and look what they did. So you never know. Oh, I got a fan out in Puerto Rico. Welcome aboard, everybody. Swing and a miss for strike one. A 1 pitch, that's off the glove, and runners will not move up. One, swing and a miss. 1-2. New Jersey looking to add some insurance to this 2-run lead. One-two pitch on the way outside. Nice stop by the catcher DeGrazio to keep that from going to the backstop. 2-2. Two. That's hit foul. Count stays 2-2. 2 on here with 1 out for New Jersey here in the 5th. 2-2 on the way. Just missed. No, called strike 3. This home plate umpire is very late on his calls, but it is strike 3. So 2 down here with runners at first and second, and a foul ball for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. That hits the outside corner for strike 2. Dex Zimmerman grounded out to the pitcher his first time up, and the 0-2 is hit foul as he stays alive. Shout out to Maximo, Gabriel, and Thomas in Monroe. All right. Here's another 0-2 pitch. That's downstairs, 1-2. It'll be the bottom of the order for Pennsylvania in the 6th inning. 1-2 pitch. Check swing, no swing, says the first base umpire. 2-2. Yeah, that's close. 2-2 pitch. Ball 3. I waited to see what the because like I said, the home plate umpire has been a little slow on his call, so I waited there, but it is now a full count. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. New Jersey strands 2 runners on. Last chance coming up for Pennsylvania. We head to the 6th. 3-1 New Jersey. So does Pennsylvania have a 2-run rally in them here in the 6th? I need to check something because somebody mentioned that I'm almost positive this winner plays Iowa, but let me double check on that. While we're down here at the between inning break. Winner 12. Yeah, winner of this game is going to play Iowa Sunday at 1 o'clock. Guys, I wish I could put the video up. Believe me, I wish I could. But YouTube is going hot and heavy on this sports stuff. And trust me, they would zap me in a heartbeat. Is that right, Max Packs Cards? You pay for ESPN and you still can't get access? I mean, I've got that, the bundle with the Hulu and the Disney, but I mean, I've got YouTube TV as my provider, so that's what I got it on. But yeah, it is so odd how they still make you pay. You still can't get access to some stuff. Yeah, that is. Yeah, I'm sure it's a way to try to get people to get to that. What is that? ESPN Unlimited or whatever that new one is they got out now. Corporate greed. Yeah, that's a good word for it. Yes. 3 outs to go here. Pennsylvania down 2. First pitch, ball 1 inside. One-0 swing and a miss. Counts even, now a ball and a strike. James Martin, the leadoff hitter. He hit into a double play his first time up. The 1-1 is off the plate, 2-1. It's a loud play-by-play. I actually thought I was talking kind of loud right now, actually. 2-1 pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Two on the way. That is lined right to the second baseman, and the catch is made for the first out here in the top of the 6th inning. Owen Felice with the catch. Can you update the background? Are you talking about the line score or just my background? Yeah, my background is kind of boring, I know. Oh, wait, we're going to have a pitching change here because that's the pitching limit. That's 86 pitches. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I mean, I do a lot of Major League Baseball live streams that updates automatically. Game Changer doesn't, and I always forget to go in there at the half inning and update and refresh that thing. Who are they bringing in? Actually, that is a very good question. I never did see anybody warming in the pen, so that's actually a very good question. They're in a commercial right now, so as soon as they come out of this commercial break. Just that one run in the 5th inning for Pennsylvania. A phenomenal pitching performance tonight. Mac, my name is John, if you're asking me my name, Max. I appreciate all you guys tuned in on the live chat tonight. Y'all have been awesome. And again, once this game ends, y'all probably don't care about as much as that, but I am going to go to the end of that international game between South Korea and the Czech Republic. That game is 1-0 South Korea, bottom of the 4th inning. New pitcher here is... I still don't know who the new pitcher is. I'll tell you here on this first pitch here. And it's ball 1. Gabe Garcia is on the pitch. Max, I am located in Indiana, to answer your question. Metro is up 3-1. New Jersey is representing the Metro region. It's a 2-0 count. And that's upstairs. It's 3-0. Plus, like ESPN gets enough dollars from WWE, that's for sure. 3-0 pitch. That is a 4-pitch walk, and that's going to bring the tying run to the plate for Pennsylvania in the batter of Patrick Corliss. Corliss single back in the 4th. Oh, I'm sorry. Mid-Atlantic. Pennsylvania's up at bat. Sorry, Amanda, I misunderstood your. New Jersey needs these final 2 outs to get win number 2 here in the Little League World Series. Strike 1 to Patrick Corliss. Oh, 1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Oh, yes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 down here in the 6th. And it's up to Ryan Donnelly as we're back to the top of the order to keep it alive for Pennsylvania. I appreciate you, Shulis, for tuning in. I will be, like I said, I would like to be back on for one of those later games tomorrow. I'll for sure be on Sunday for that 2 o'clock game. Don't know about the 1 o'clock. That's a little dribbler down the first base line. The tag is applied, and New Jersey wins it. 3-1 the final score. New Jersey defeats Pennsylvania and moves to 2-0 in the Little League World Series. Three runs, 5 hits, 1 error for New Jersey. 1 run, 6 hits, no errors for Pennsylvania. New Jersey will advance to play Iowa on Sunday. Pennsylvania will now have 2 days off before having to play an elimination game on Monday. They will get the winner of that game tomorrow between Massachusetts and Ohio. When New Jersey in their first 2 games have held their opponents to just 2 runs, 1 run apiece. They own New Jersey with a 3-1 win over Pennsylvania in this one. Going to switch it over to the international game between South Korea. Whoops. That'll get me zapped real quick. South Korea and Czechia, 1-0, bottom 4 in this one. You guys have been absolutely fantastic tonight. Thank you guys, all of you, every single one of you. You're appreciated more than you realize, believe me. Well, if I can find this other one. There we go. All right, so it's still 1-0 as we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. Czechia has a runner at first. Again, I'm just going to be doing this just like kind of blind because I don't know these players and these 2 teams, so I'm just going to go batter by batter here. That's an interesting pitching style by this South Korea pitcher. Strike 1. Matthias Klimas. And again, I sure hope I'm getting these names right. The batter for Czechia. These international games are so much fun to watch. You can watch teams from Nice from other countries as that's lined into left field. That is playable. And the second out recorded on the fly out to left. So 2 down. And up and in, ball 1. Shoeless, you're awesome. I appreciate the kind words. 1-0 pitch is bounced foul. Counts even 1-1. One and one the count, and here's the pitch. Low and outside, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Hit foul, right side. Counts now 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to third, and they'll go the short route to second to get the out, and that will end the bottom of the 4th inning. On we go to inning number 5, 1-0 South Korea. And now it looks like a lot of the fans that were attending that game between Pennsylvania and New Jersey are heading over to the international game here and seeing another good one. South Korea is 6 outs away, 2 innings away from getting their second win here in the Little League World Series. So South Korea coming up to bat here in the 5th inning. Czechia still does not have a hit through 4 innings. There has never been a Little League World Series where there have been 3 no-hitters in one day. We've already had 2 today. So here we go, top of the 5th inning. And now time called prior to the first pitch of the top of the 5th. Ju-Won Kim leads it off for South Korea here in the 5th inning. First pitch, top 5 is a bunt, and it's a good one, and he's going to beat that out at first base. A bunt single to lead off the 5th. So a good start for South Korea as they look to add some insurance to their 1-0 lead. So runner at first. And now another bunt. That one's bunted in the air. Foul. Strike 1. Rio Gil, the batter. Oh, 1 pitch. That's a ball. 1-1. One pitch. Again showing bunt. And it's ball 2. 2-1 on Rio Gil. Two-one pitch. That's a strike at the knees. Counts even 2-2. That may take the bunt out of play now. Two-two pitch. That's down low. That'll fill the count. 3-2. Three-two payoff pitch. That's up and in, ball 4. And the first 2 batters have reached for South Korea here in the 5th. So first and second, nobody out. And Ji-Hoo Lee will be the batter. First pitch to Ji-Hoo Lee shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes low, ball 1. Again, showing bunt on the 1-0, pulls it back again. It's 2-0. Two and 0 the count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Shows bunt again and takes outside. It's 3-0. Pitch, that's a strike. 3-1. Bunts it. That'll get the job done. The throw to first is just in time, but the runners do move up to second and third with 1 out. Boy, that was just in time to get the runner at first. But South Korea does now have runners at second and third. They did get them by half a step. So great scoring chance for South Korea with 1 out and ball 1. Excuse me, ball 1. 1-0 pitch, foul back. That'll even the count 1-1. Ki Young Jung singled and scored the lone South Korea run in this game. Back in the 3rd inning. One pitch. Popped up on the infield and no play made. And a run's going to score. It's 2-0. Second baseman looked like he might have lost that ball in the lights. And a big insurance run for South Korea to make it 2-0. Looking at the schedule here in this one. And ball 1 here. Winner of this game will play Curacao. 2 o'clock Eastern time on Sunday. Soo Chan-no is the batter for South Korea. Winner of this game will play Curacao on Sunday. The loser of this game will play an elimination game on Monday against the winner of that game tomorrow between the Dominican Republic and Japan. There's a bunt, and it's foul. Touched by Ariel 2 in the live chat. Actually, that game has gone final. New Jersey beat Pennsylvania 3-1. Yeah, that went final, what's it been, 10, 15 minutes ago? So, yes, New Jersey moved to 2-0. Oh. I'll type it in for you. 1-2 the count here. And that is popped up. Shortstop makes the catch. Runners stand pat at first and second for out number 2 now. Strike 1, the count here. And here's the 0-1. That hits the batter, and that's going to load the bases. So the bases loaded for South Korea with 2 outs. The batter for South Korea made sure he wanted to show the umpire he got hit by that pitch. So the bases are loaded. And showing bunt again, taking strike 1. Chechia needing to get this 3rd out. Ji-Won Kim is the batter. They do not want to fall any further behind than this 2-run deficit right now, especially with the South Korea pitcher pitching a no-hitter. That is a bunt and stepping on the plate. That's a good job by the catcher, knowing there was a forced play right there. Steps on the bag to end the inning. South Korea gets 1, but Chechia limits the damage. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Now 2-0 lead for South Korea. So Chechia with 6 outs left. Trying to battle back from down 2 now. Still looking for their first hit of the ballgame. So we will have our first 4 teams eliminated tomorrow, as again, the schedule for tomorrow starts at 1 o'clock Eastern, an elimination game on the international side, Canada and Australia. Then at 3 o'clock Eastern time, we'll have our first elimination game on the U.S. side, Massachusetts and Ohio. 5 o'clock Eastern time, an elimination game between the Dominican Republic and Japan. Followed at 7 Eastern by an elimination game on the United States side between Alabama and California. That's the schedule for tomorrow. 20-team Little League World Series field will be trimmed to 16. So here we go. First pitch, bottom 5, ball 1. One 0 pitch. Check swing. No swing, says the first base umpire. It's 2-0. Comes the 2-0 pitch. That's high. It's 3-0. See if he's going to be up here to take a pitch or two. 3-0 pitch. That's a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and it'll get the tying run to the plate. Robert Hogue jersey going to represent the U.S. Yeah, I am very, very anxious to see that game on Sunday between New Jersey and Iowa. New Jersey, of course, held their opponents to 2 runs total the first 2 games, but Iowa, of course, had that combined no-hitter today against California. So that is going to be a fun one on Sunday. And I think the winner of that game has a very good chance to come out of the U.S. region. That's hit to third. The throw to second, they will get the lead runner. That's all they get. So fielder's choice. He races the lead runner, now 1 out. But yes, Robert, New Jersey has a very, very good chance of coming out of the United States bracket. So 1 out here, runner at first for Czechia. Strike 1. Yeah, Iowa, New Jersey. You're right, Debbie. That is going to be a fun one. Daniel Heichel, the batter here for Czechia. Oh, 1 pitch. That's down low. Check swing and no swing. Counts even, a ball and a strike. They appeal the first base umpire anyway, but I could tell you sitting from where I'm at, that was not a swing. One pitch. Heichel fouls it back, and the count now 1-2. One and two, the count. And here's the pitch. Down low, 2-2. Two pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 down. Oh, let's see. Mama Volk excited for Mountain and Northwest. That's Washington and Nevada, isn't it? Yeah, that's also going to be a fun one. Those 2 teams, Nevada and Washington, have the early 9 a.m. game on Sunday. That is like 6 and 7 a.m. body clocks for those 2 teams in that game. That's a rough game to get put in. Two down here for Simon Suki. Ball one. That whole U.S. bracket in general, the first 6 games of that has had doozy of ball games. That's hit foul 1-1. 2 runs has been the biggest margin in the U.S. bracket so far in the 6 games. International bracket games have not been quite as competitive. Still got a pretty good one here, just a 2-run game. 1-1. That is off the end of the bat and into center for a base hit. And Czechia with their first hit of the ball game, and they have the tying run on with 2 outs. So we will not have history at the Little League World Series today with 3 no-hitters on the same day. We'll have to settle for a tie with 2. Now the go-ahead run at the plate for Czechia. That's hard to say. Ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. That's up high, 2-0. Time called prior to the 2-0 pitch. Two-0 pitch. That's up and in. It's 3-0. Here I go again, forgetting to refresh the... I'm sure you'll see a pitch or 2 taken here. Here's the 3-0 pitch. That is ball 4, and Czechia has loaded the bases with 2 outs. Tying run now at second. The go-ahead run now on at first. "67 pitches now for this pitcher for South Korea," which again, I don't know his name. I have not seen his name come up, and not preparing for these 2 teams. I don't have a roster. Game Changer app, it only shows first names on that thing. It's a good app, don't get me wrong, but so it's gotten interesting here in the 5th inning, and it looks like we are going to have a pitching change for South Korea. So Czechia did not have a hit through 4 2/3 innings, but finally got their first hit with 2 outs here in the 5th, and they have the bases loaded. Try and get the name of this new pitcher for South Korea. They've went to a commercial. Long day in South Williamsport. 8 games. Had to redo the schedule thanks to the all-day washout yesterday. But should be back on schedule now and set for the 4 games, all of them elimination games, tomorrow. Get started at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. So here we go. Kanchetchia. Battle back here and even this thing up. Ball 1. Ji Hwan Hong is the new pitcher for South Korea. Takes a strike here. And the count's even 1-1. Bases loaded. 2 outs for Czechia. 2-0 lead for South Korea. Mikolas Barros is the batter. That 1-1 pitch misses low. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, excuse me. I guess that was 1-2, not 2-1. And South Korea gets out of this. Czechia leaves the bases loaded in the 5th. On we go to inning number 6. 2-0 South Korea. Ooh, did Czechia... You're not going to get many chances against this South Korea team. And Czechia, did they just blow the best opportunity they had in this game? We'll find out. South Korea 3 outs away from moving to 2-0 in Little League World Series play. By the way, I've failed to mention this all night long. Tomorrow, it's going to be a mix. I am going to have, hopefully, a Little League World Series stream. But also, following that, if I do a Little League World Series stream, following the Little League World Series tomorrow, I'm going to switch to college. This is going to be right after the game is over. I'm going to switch to college football and I did the FBS preseason top 25 poll rundown this past week on Monday. I'm going to do the same thing tomorrow for FCS. FCS college football season kicks off this coming Thursday. FBS season week 0 kicks off next Saturday. So I'm going to be on for the top 25 FCS preview coming up after the game tomorrow on the live stream. And then we'll have a college football live stream opening night of the FCS coming up this coming Thursday night. Not 100% sure on what game it's going to be. I'm pretty sure. But until it's locked in, I will hold off on the announcement on that. And then, of course, we'll be with you for the Little League World Series game Sunday afternoon and the MLB Little League Classic on my live stream Sunday night. Braves and the Brewers, two first-place teams. First pitch here, top six, is lined into right field, and a running catch out there in right field for out number one in the top of the sixth. So one down here in the top of the sixth inning. Ball one. One 0 pitch. That's downstairs. Count runs to 2-0. That misses low. It's now 3-0. Jae-Hyun Mang is the batter, and he takes ball four. He draws his third walk of the night. And he is aboard at first with one out here in the sixth. And we're going to have a pitching change for Czechia on the mound. Czechia's hung around in this game against South Korea, down by 2. Soon as I get the name of this new pitcher for Czechia, I will pass that along. When you look at those elimination games tomorrow, it is so strange to see Japan in an elimination game on the first weekend of the World Series. They were shut out today by Curacao, and they were not only shut out, they were no-hit today by Curacao. 6-0. Elimination game tomorrow against the Dominican Republic for Japan. That's coming up at 5 Eastern. We will not have a repeat Little League World Series champion this year. Now, last year's champions from Chinese Taipei did not qualify. They were defeated in the Asia-Pacific region by South Korea. Matthias Klimes, the new pitcher for Czechia. Comes in with inheriting a runner at first and one out here in the top of the sixth inning for South Korea. South Korea batter up there showing bunt again. And he pulls it back and takes low, ball one. 1-0 pitch. Outside, and the count goes to 2-0. It's 2-0 pitch. That's outside, 3-0. Pitch. That's a strike. That'll carry him off the glove of the catcher and up to second base. Goes the base runner for South Korea, which again, I apologize. I don't know who it is. Not preparing for these teams. I don't have a roster. (3-1). That gets the bunt down there. That's going to get the job done to advance the runner, and the throw to first is late. It's runners at the corners, and now South Korea runners in a rundown between first and second. That's going to get a run home, though. And now the throw home, or is it? He's out at the plate on the throw home. The runner at first tried to stay in a rundown long enough. He did not, and Chechia throws out the runner at third, although South Korea looks like they're going to challenge that play. Let's see here. There's the catch. Can't tell if he tagged him on the back or not. The throw definitely beat him. Let's see. There's the catch. Oh, he got him, didn't he? I think he got him on the back of the helmet. Ball and glove. Catch. Oh, yeah, he's out. Looks pretty clear to me that the tag was applied on the back of the helmet before the hand touched home plate. Here's one more look at it. There's the catch. Can't really tell with this angle from behind home plate when the tag's applied. But that other angle looked pretty clear that the tag was applied on the back of the helmet. It is a challenge here for South Korea on that play at the plate. With Chechia, they're sure confident they got him. And I'm 95% sure. Not that my opinion obviously doesn't count. I don't see anything I didn't see anything at all in the review that said to me that the runner was safe. Here, getting the call now. Out, yeah. Oh. So the call is confirmed, the out at home plate. So runner at second now with 2 outs for South Korea. Boy, I thought as well that the runner at first was going to stay in a rundown long enough to get the run, but not the case. Good heads-up defense there for Chechia. First pitch swinging, foul ball, first base side, strike 1. Ha Jun-ju is the batter. First baseman for South Korea. A 1 pitch is high, 1-1. West Seoul Little League out of Seoul, South Korea, representing Asia Pacific. the South Czech Republic Little League out of Brno, Czechia, representing the Europe-Africa region. 1-1 pitch, little outside, 2-1. Two-one pitch. On the ground, foul. Counts now even 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That is in the air to left center field. Backhand. It is off the wall. This is going to score a run for South Korea. And this is going to be an RBI triple. 3-0. Boy, he just, and I mean just, missed a home run over that left center field wall. And another insurance run for South Korea. Strike one. So the Czechia deficit just got bigger. Hyun-Bin Han, the batter. Hyun-Bin Han sends it deep to left field at the wall and gone. 2-run home run, and South Korea's broke this thing open in the 6th. It's 5-0. Three-run 6th inning for South Korea. Lead balloons to 5-0. Foul ball here for strike one. A 1 pitch. That is lined into right field, and the catch made to end the inning. But a 3-run top of the 6th for South Korea extends their lead to 5-0. Last chance coming up for Czechia, bottom of the 6th. Gotta like the sportsmanship here in Little League. The Czechia kids giving the South Korea player a high five for hitting that home run. So one last chance here for Czechia, but now they need a 5-run rally. Well, that's going to be, if this score holds, that's going to be a fun international game on Sunday. Curacao versus South Korea. So here we go, bottom of the sixth. South Korea fans having a lot of fun in the stands at Volunteer Stadium. They are 3 outs away from getting their second win in this year's World Series. Here we go, bottom 6. First pitch hit foul, strike 1. David Kaha leads it off. 0-1, a swing and a miss, and the count goes to 0-2. 0-2 pitch, that's downstairs, 1-2. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's the first out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the first pitch here is ball 1. One-zero pitch, strike 1. If Czechia does not come back here, they are not eliminated. It's just their first loss. They will have an elimination game on Monday against the winner of tomorrow's game between the Dominican Republic and Japan. 1-1 is a swing and a miss, 1-2. It's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and South Korea's an out away from moving on to face Curacao on Sunday. Strike 1. Wojciech Kaspar, the last hope for Czechia. Bounce foul, and now Czechia is down to their final strike. Oh-2 pitch on the way. Just foul down the first base line. Kaspar stays alive. Another 0-2 pitch on the way. He got him. Strikes out the side in the 6th inning, and South Korea wins it 5-0 to move to 2-0 in this year's Little League World Series. And now a Sunday date with Curacao awaits. Czechia will battle the winner of the Dominican Republic-Japan game tomorrow in an elimination game on Monday. So again, let's set the schedule for you for tomorrow before I sign off here for the night. Oh, Mama, thank you. Yeah, that's the thing I'm going to do all week long. I'm going to try to do this too every time I'm on here. If there's 2 games going on at the same time and the one I'm doing gets over prior to the other one, I'm going to try and jump over to that other game to try to keep up with as much as I can. I appreciate you all sticking up with me as well. So let's set the schedule one more time for tomorrow. It gets underway at 1 Eastern time with Canada and Australia in an elimination game. 3 o'clock Eastern time, first United States elimination game, Massachusetts and Ohio. Back to the international side at 5 Eastern for the Dominican Republic and Japan. And it wraps up tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Eastern time with an elimination game between Alabama and California. 20-team Little League World Series field will be trimmed to 16 at the end of the day tomorrow. And winners bracket games coming up on Sunday, with the remaining 16 teams to be thinned out as the week goes on in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Folks, that's going to wrap it up tonight. Again, my name is John, Sports Bonanza John on YouTube. Folks, if you do like my content, really would appreciate a like and subscribe. Thank you to all of you that have tuned in on the live chat, chimed in on the live chat. Thanks to all of you that have subscribed tonight. You are appreciated more than you realize. You really, really are. Also on Twitch tonight at Sport Guru John, back on Twitch. And I also have content on Kick at Sports Kick John. Good night to you, Mama Vol. Come back and join me. I will be back tomorrow with something. If I don't make it in time for a Little League stream, I'm for sure going to have that preseason top 25 FCS college football poll. But hopefully we'll be on for a Little League World Series game. But we'll be back sometime tomorrow for something. I'll be on YouTube, and I'll be back on Kick tomorrow night. And be back on Twitch later on throughout the weekend. We'll definitely have one Little League World Series game on Sunday, followed by that MLB Little League Classic between the Braves and the Brewers. Appreciate each and every single one of you tonight. Again, New Jersey beating Pennsylvania 3-1, and here in this one, a 5-0 win for South Korea over Czechia. Appreciate you all joining very much, and hopefully we'll talk to you again here sometime over the weekend. Have a great rest of your Friday, everybody.